Welcome everyone to our service. It is me, Pastor Sam.
Pastor Sam, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a bit.
It's been too long, Mr. Turgis, and I'm glad to see that you're sprightly and full of pep and vinegar. Always a welcome.
And vinegar. Do you ever get bit in the cooter with a spider? I got all kinds of vermin stuff going on outside. People like it's 1963.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing I haven't seen are the fire hoses. Crazy.
Yes, no, we are living in strange, strange times indeed. And I just want to say hello to everyone here. Mr. Sturgis, Elizabeth, who is chopping up again. And there's Janice Oarsman looking quite wonderful. Marcel the Mime, thank you for your services today. And we seem to have a visitor, a new visitor to the service.
Yes.
Yes.
Could you? I hope you don't mind. I'm not really religious at all. I don't know anything about this stuff, but I'm a nervous wreck, my friends say anyway. And they told me, my friend thought if I came here, I could calm down a little. But if you notice, my name's Sandy Swift, and I am a distant relative, sort of a great aunt of Taylor. I don't know anything about her, though.
Oh, my goodness. We have a celebrity of sorts in the house.
Taylor. Who's Taylor?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. What? Her family own a pork factory? What do we?
No, she sings. She sings.
Yes,
she's a celebrity.
Well,
yes.
I was wondering, Sandy Swift, maybe we can talk later if you could perhaps get Taylor Swift to join one of our benefit concerts, virtual benefit concerts at some point.
Oh, no, I don't know her. I don't know her.
Ah, I see. Well,
I just
welcome.
have the name.
Yes. Welcome one and all to the service. Before we begin, we have a few pieces of church business to discuss. As you notice, we have not seen Ms. Trace for some time. She wanted everyone. Trace. She wanted everyone to know that she is on a virtual mission to El Salvador, and it's been taking up all her time. From sunup to sundown, she Zooms with our sister church in Santa Rosa de Lima. She is virtually building houses and virtually working to fix the old but vital water system for the village. So, Miss Trace, our hearts are with you, again, virtually.
What about fixing stuff in this country? Everything breaking and broken down.
It's true, but we are a very rich and powerful country, and we should be giving out to the other countries who are not so well off.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear. Yes, Mr. Sturgis. God bless you. Now, looking out at everyone, I can tell that we have been through a lot. And while we may not be as tired and on edge as we were a month and a half ago, this has taken a great deal out of us. And we are in a time of great change. And I will tell you that change can be unsettling even in the best of times. Now, how we handle this environment of uncertainty will have a profound effect on how well we make that transformation and transition. Mr. Sturgis pointed out that the 60s were quite a turbulent time, and I think we're in for another one. Isn't that not right, Mr. Sturgis?
That it couldn't be truer than to the day.
And
I tell you, Miss Swift right there, you'd be a lot less nervous if you had Cagney and Lacey.
I don't think so. I don't like guns.
I don't like guns. Lesson just to keep you can get a nice little cute one for the lady.
And Miss Swift, who came here because someone felt she needed some calming down, it is a very unsettling time. Now, yes, and this is what I'm going to say to you, Ms. Swift, and to everyone else out there. This is not a time to panic, run away, and or point fingers. If we act with confidence, that future that we will have will be a success. These circumstances of change and disruption are not new. When Moses was near the end of his life, And he was going to be taken up to heaven by God. They needed a new leader, and they appointed Joshua to lead the Israelites. The Israelites were very nervous, having had been led by Moses himself, and they had to rely on someone else. Now, what needs to be done then needs to be done now. And what needs to be done and how to comport ourselves is reflected in our reading for today, Deuteronomy 31:6. Because
Pastor Sam.
Yes, Mr. Turgeon.
You ever order, because you can't get anything. You can't get anything in the house. Things are getting a little bit better, but you can't get anything. Have you ever ordered anything over that service? Amazing. You order things and then it comes to your door. I ordered a key ring that looks like something I used, like I was talking about earlier in the 60s, a little key ring. Look at it.
That's a very nice key ring.
Is that a gun too?
It is, yeah. It's a little, there you go. There you go.
Well, that's very
key ring.
Is there a large portion of these NRA people in this church?
We do not turn away anyone because of their political persuasions. We welcome them to the service in hopes that we can build a community and we can have more respect for one another. Now, Janice Orsman has said nothing today, and you look quite peaceful, so I want to say God bless you. Now, getting back to our reading, Deuteronomy 31:6. This is what Moses told his people as he was going to join God in heaven, leaving Joshua in charge. Now, would Marcel the Mime be so kind as to read this verse?
I know my ears don't work so good, but I can't hear the man. What that?
I have been left quite speechless. That was one of the most heartfelt renderings of Deuteronomy 31:6. To try to explain it any further than the way Marcel the Mime did would be to consecrate his very efforts. He showed what it means to be strong and courageous. And that is what we need to do. Strong and courageous. We must not shrink for the difficulties or run and hide in fear. We must face all the issues. We need to finally resolve and do so with the strength of conviction, not fear or weakness. God bless you. Amen to that.
Amen.
Amen.
The only thing I'm afraid of, Pastor, my ex is calling me again. The only time I hear from that jackal is when she's up to no good.
No good. Now, this conviction is reinforced by our hymn this week, Courage, Brother, Do Not Stumble. And I will bring up tonight's program where we list the hymn right now. So here it is. Oop, here we go. And there it is. And let me share our screen here. And there we have it. Here's our program. We've done this. And here's our hymn. Courage, brother, do not stumble. And here, in fact, is our hymn that we shall now be singing. So I will now play the music. And we will...
Hey, before you get into the song, Pastor, I got a question for you.
Yes, Mr. Turgis.
I got one of those mailing things that come in your computer and email that they call it. All right. It was for a couple weeks ago, and some kind of thing was called a sip and paint, where you could drink something and then paint something.
Yes.
It was right?
I'm afraid you did.
Because I did paint something, and it's my view of what's going on in the world right now. I'm going to show it to you. Maybe we can raise some money for the church.
Well, that's lovely.
Can you see it?
I can see it.
The sun is burning. See it?
Yes.
Fire. That's what I see right now. Yeah, I painted a tree.
You painted a tree. It's a lovely tree.
At least there's no gun in there.
No, when
How would there be a gun by in the tree?
Hmm.
You don't got no gun.
Well, excellent. I think that should be quite good. I'm going to put you in touch with Zeke Diamond, who's had a very successful sale on eBay of one of his paintings. Now, let us now sing our hymn for the day. Courage, brother, do not stumble.
Where are the words?
Courage, brother, do not stumble, though thy path be dark as night. There's a star to guide the humble. Trust in God and do the right. Let the road be rough and dreary, and its end fair out of sight. Foot it bravely, strong or weary. Trust in God, trust in God, trust in God, and do the right. Well, that was quite a stirring hymn. And what it means is that our path in front of us is going to be rough, and it may be dark, and we may not know where we're going, but we need to be courageous and not stumble as we move forward. Now, yes, we all have fears, but we cannot let them control us. We must control them. By being clear we have fear, we can begin to conquer them. So, to end the service, I would like everyone to share one of their fears, and once you do, you will realize not the fear, but you are in control. I will begin so that everyone knows that we have fears. I have a fear of leaving faucets on, that little green men will come to my house and turn on all my faucets, and my house will be drowned in the water. Now, it keeps me up late at night, but I have realized that fear will not control me. I will control it. Now, Miss Swift, do you have a fear that causes you to wake up in fear and paralyzes you from time to time?
I have two.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
I have one fear that I'm going to run out of cashews. I always think I'm going to run out of cashews. And that troubles me sometimes. But the worst fear is blimps. I can hear the hum of the blimp. I hear the hum of a blimp far away. Even when it's not close, I hear the hum of the blimp. And I no sooner look out the window and there's the blimp. It's a deadly fear. Even my dog had it. When I had a dog 20 years ago, my dog had the same fear.
Well, if it was 1939, you would definitely have fear of a blimp. My daddy told me stories when the Nazis were taking things.
Maybe it came from a past life.
It could have. It could have. Mr. Turgis, do you have a fear?
Yeah, I got one fear. I told you, my ex is calling me again. Ever since she got her titanium hip. She's like some kind of supervillain now.
You have an ex that wants you back?
Oh, no. Don't put that now.
Janice Orsman, do you have a fear?
Well, yes, sir, I have a fear. I have a fear of the coronavirus at the moment.
But you will come through with that. If you take the proper precautions, you are in control, not the virus.
I cover every doorknob. I wash my hands 40 times a day. What else can I do?
There's nothing, but keep
Where
yourself...
you been coming across cleaner? I got a case of the athlete's foot. I don't even athlete anymore. All I do is fish. I got it in my bathtub. I can't even clean it.
And Elizabeth, what fear do you have? Oh, my goodness. You fear sharp objects. I understand that. And finally, Marcel the Mime. What fear do you have?
That's a good-looking blade, Elizabeth.
Oh,
Is he drinking too
too
much?
much to drink.
You're taking the gloves off. That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
my goodness.
Stand up for yourself. That's right.
Ah, there, Marcel. You have done wonders. God bless you. Now, excellent. Now that we've
God
done
bless
this,
that boy.
once we know that we have fear, we don't feel so isolated because all of us have a fear of something that can paralyze us. Now, I want you, on that note, as we end our sermon, I want you to please join me in these final words from Psalm 23:4. Yea.
Say something to the lady down on the bottom. I love your hat that you're wearing.
Yes. Yes,
If I
that's a
ever-
wonderful
No,
hat.
yes, yeah. It's got a lovely hat. If I ever took you to Kentucky Derby, if they ever again have it, that would be a nice hat to wear there.
Yes, it is. And so we conclude our service with the prayer, the Psalm 23:4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Friends, keep this prayer in your heart and go out and face the challenges of today with its meaning. Till next week, I am Pastor Sam, and as I continue to say, we may have closed our doors, but our hearts remain open.